What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we got a pretty big data download over on the JP side. And at the time of recording this, Global also just got the data download as well. So we do have our good friend Proton here who did the EZA, or I guess the data download. But there's a bunch of stuff in here. So we got the GT sub EZAs, Int LR Shadow Dragons EZA. We have some more stages being added to the Perfect Cooperation team battles. Super EZA for STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super EZA for STR Omega Shenron. Looks like we got another battlefield coming, and we got a wallpaper. So it looks like there's medals for the LR Int Shadow Dragons, the new stages, Super EZA medals. Okay, here's Battlefield 91. So here's the new. Oh, so this is just the title screen. Okay, so that's the wallpaper that we're getting. It's the title screen. Okay, so that looks like that's about it in the data download. So that's fine, I guess. We do have the info for the Super EZAs though. Let me see. Can I refresh this? Why are the Super EZAs not in here? Can we switch to the JP version? The JP version doesn't even have them in here. Okay, that's odd. Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, that's super weird. I guess we can talk about these units, and then we can pull up the global Twitter as well. Talk about the Super EZAs. Actually, let me do that real quick. Let me pull up the Twitter of all of these units. All right, never mind. I was actually able to find it over here on Harry Turney's website. So here's all 10 EZAs, Super EZAs. We'll just go through them all real quick, talk about them, see what kind of info is out for these guys. I haven't actually looked at like any other info. I've seen like some of the stuff for these two, for the Super Saiyan 4s, but I haven't seen anything else on anybody else. So let's just hop. Yeah, we'll just start down here and work our way towards the LR. How about that? All right, so Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. What did you have? Super attack effect, greatly raise defense for a turn. Immense damage, greatly lower defense, raise attack by 30% for 6 turns. Okay, so this could be a pretty good super attack effect for his Super EZA. What's he do? Basic effects: 2 key, 200% attack and defense, launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. For super class ally attack on the same turn, he gets 100% attack and defense and damage reduction of 30% or 10%. So he'll get what, 20% damage reduction and extra 200% attack and defense. Okay. There's an extreme class enemy, or when there's another GT Heroes category ally attack on the same turn, all allies get 40% defense and he performs a crit. So you'll probably be running him on the GT Heroes team. So this will be easy to activate. So this guy doesn't need any crit essentially. When attacking with 12 or more ki, he gets 100% attack. As a second or third attacker, he gets 100% attack and defense. When receiving a super attack, he gets 100% defense temporarily and has a high chance of nullifying and countering with tremendous power. Okay, he seems to be pretty good. We'll see how he actually ends up looking once he's actually in game. Seen a lot of people like not really be excited for him or the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I mean, we'll see. Maybe when they come out in game, they'll actually be better than what's on paper. So let's see. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Immense damage to the enemy. Greatly lowers defense. Raises defense by 30% for 6 turns. So basic effects. Gets 2 key, 200% attack and defense. Great chance of performing a crit. For super class ally attack in the same turn, he also gets 100% attack and defense and 10% damage reduction. And there's an extreme class ally or another GT Heroes. He gets... all allies get 40% attack and launches an additional super attack. So he's essentially like Vegeta, but just attack instead of defense. Gets 150% attack when attacking with 12 or more ki. When receiving an attack as a first or second attacker in a turn, he gets 200% defense. First or second attacker. Okay, that sucks a little bit. And when receiving a super attack, he gets 100% defense temporarily, had a chance to nullify and countering with tremendous power. Not a fan of him having to be a first or second attacker to get this extra 200% defense. Like that's going to hurt him in the long run. He does raise defense by 30% for 6 turns though, so going like additional and dodge on this guy is probably going to be the move. Well, yeah, he's got a great chance of performing a crit, so additional and dodge is probably what I'm going to go with this Goku. Probably the same with the Vegeta too. Right, let's talk about Omega now. Alright, so Omega causes immense damage, massively lowers defense. He does not have a good super attack effect, so that kind of sucks. Let's see. 150% attack and defense. All enemies get 40% attack debuff, plus an additional 20% debuff for superclass enemies. Okay. Not bad. Full power or GT bosses, category allies get 2 key, 40% attack, and an additional 20% attack for characters who are also extreme class. Okay, so there's a nice attack buff, but he's not giving defense, which is kind of not great. Full power GT bosses. Okay. For extreme class ally attacking in the same turn, chance to perform a crit and damage reduction of 20%. So he'll get 40% on a full rotation of extreme class. He gets 200% attack and defense when attacking. Okay. There's another full power or GT boss category ally attacking in the same turn. He gets 150% attack and defense and launches an additional attack with a great chance of becoming a super. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 100% attack and defense as the third attacker in a turn, or when the target enemy is in the following status, either attack down or defense down. It's 150% attack and launches an additional super. So if he has a chance to debuff them up here with the 40% and 20% defense, 40% attack, 20% defense, if he can debuff them, he can get this extra 150% attack and launch the additional super. Or you can just do it. Yeah, so either have to be that or as a third attacker. Okay. He seems to be okay. I think he'll be a great option on Omega's team. I wish he would give defense instead of just straight attack for everybody though. I don't know. I guess we'll see, because I mean, he just gets raw defense here, 40% damage reduction, more defense here, more defense here, more defense here. So maybe defensively he'll be okay with 40%. I mean, he'll have 40% damage reduction, and then he'll get like 10% from each Omega Shenron. So he can have up to like 60% damage reduction, which is not terrible. So I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be fine on Omega's team. So let's see. These guys that are still banned basically everywhere, which is awful. Let's see. So greatly raises defense for 1 turn, costs supreme damage to the enemy, raises attack for 3 turns. Okay. 200% attack and defense. All allies get 33% attack and defense, plus an additional 1 key and 33% attack for characters who also belong to GT Heroes or Giant Ape Power. Okay, so this is going to be a great support on this team, if you can run him anywhere, that is. He's got a medium chance of turning into a Great Ape. Okay. He gets 200% attack and defense when attacking. There's another GT Heroes or Giant Ape Power category ally attack in the same turn. He gets 150% attack and defense with a chance of performing a crit and a chance of evading 50%. Okay. So he's going to be a great option for the GT Heroes team, honestly. Probably links up pretty well with... Yeah, he links well with this Goku. I remember he was a linking god with this STR Goku. He's good with this Goku. I mean, he's going to be a... Yeah, 5 links here. Dude, he's actually a very viable option on GT Heroes, because 5 out of 7 links is not bad at all. And he's going to be giving, what, 66% attack support and 33% defense. Yeah, he'll be a good option. When all allies attacking the same turn are GT heroes or giant 8 power, launch an additional super and guard all attacks. It greatly raises defense, raises attack for 3 turns. Launches an additional super, so you can super up to 3 times with hidden potential. I'll probably go like full dodge on this guy and then just put like everything else towards additional on him. Does a Great Ape have anything? Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes destructive damage. Changes key spheres, physical to STR. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. High chance of performing a crit. Every key sphere obtained gets 100% attack. Okay. Great Ape probably won't be a terrible option. This guy also has a Great Ape. Wait, is his EZA info not here? Oh, there it is. I was like, hold on a second. I was like, you're telling me all this is all he got? No, okay. So Super Baby 2. Baby raises attack and defense for 1 turn, costs supreme damage, lowers attack. Okay, lowering attack is good. 150% attack and defense when HP is 30% or more. 2 key, 100% attack and defense. Medium chance to turn to a Great Ape. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 150% attack and defense. And there's another Inhuman Deeds, Corroded Body and Mind, or GT Bosses category ally. Attacking in the same turn. Launches an additional super. Chance of performing a crit, damage reduction, and chance of evading up 20%. That's not terrible. There's a Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan, or GT Hero category enemy. Launches an additional super. Chance of performing a crit, damage reduction, and dodge goes up 20%. Okay. So basically, running him on like Omega's team against this Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan, or GT heroes, he'll launch 2 additional supers. And he'll have a 40% chance to crit, have damage reduction, 40% damage reduction, and 40% chance to dodge. And for every attack performed, he gets 130% attack and defense up to 150%. You know, this baby might not be like a bad option. Honestly. Also, I love how his card art just literally goes from him right there to Ape. Jesus. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes destructive damage. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. Medium chance to perform a crit. And he gets 170% attack per key sphere obtained. Dude, his Great Ape form might actually be able to hit pretty hard. I mean, I kind of like what they did with Baby here. They kind of have to. There's literally no other name for Super Baby 2, so they got to do something for him. Let's see. Pan. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Costs supreme damage to the enemy. Raises allies attack by 25% for 2 turns. Okay, that's a nice support buff. 150% attack and defense. Medium chance to evade enemies' attacks. All allies get 2 key. 150% attack and defense when attacking. HP is 50% or more. She gets an extra 50% attack and defense, and all allies get 30% attack and defense. Okay. HP is 30% or more. 50% attack and defense. All allies get 30% attack. Okay, so as long as you're over 50% HP, she gets 100% attack and defense and gives 60% support plus 2 key. Okay, I like that. I don't know why they just didn't do when HP is 30% or more and just did this at 100% attack and defense and 60%. Whatever. When there's another GT Heroes or Youth category ally attacking in the same turn, 100% attack and defense, chance of evading enemies' attacks, and damage reduction of 20% when attacking. When all allies attack in the same turn are GT Heroes or Youth, 100% attack and defense, chance of evading, and damage reduction of 20%. Okay. So with just one GT hero or youth category, she gets that, or when all allies are both, then she gets an additional. So she can get 200% attack and defense and 40% chance to dodge and 40% damage reduction with a full GT heroes or youth rotation. 60% support, 100% attack and defense. Yeah, Pan might be a pretty good like support option. Definitely a good support option. She's probably not going to hit hard, which is fine. I'd rather her be a support unit anyway. Okay, Trunks, what do you do? Because you definitely don't have any names competing for Super Saiyan GT Trunks. Basically, attack defense for 1 turn, cost supreme damage to the enemy, massively lowers defense. This is useless. 150% attack and defense, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. Int and STR excluded to Rainbow. Okay, Rainbow Orb Changer, that's good. All allies get 30% attack. When attacking with 12 or more key, gets 150% attack and defense. When there's another GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyan category ally attacking the same turn, an extra 150% attack and defense. Chance of performing a crit and damage reduction of 30%. All allies get 30% defense for just one of them being on the same turn. When all allies attacking the same turn are GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyan, is an additional 150% attack and defense. Chance of performing a crit and damage reduction of 30%, and all allies get 30% attack and defense. So he's also basically a 60% attack and defense support if you run him on GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyans. 60% damage reduction. This Trunks might not actually be a bad option, honestly. Links very well with this Vegeta who gets 6 links. Yeah. Yeah, this Trunks might actually, like, there's a lot of support from these guys, like being on GT Heroes. This is actually really good. Like these are support units that are needed for, you know, this team. Okay, so what did they do with you? So all you had was 90% attack and defense before. Okay. Cost supreme damage to the enemy, raise attack and defense for 3 turns. Okay. 150% attack and defense. Per GT hero category ally attacking in the same turn. Launch an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. 100% attack when attacking, 70% defense when receiving an attack. When all allies attacking the same turn are GT heroes, 100% attack, chance of performing a crit, and damage reduction of 50%. HP is 50% or less, or when there's a GT bosses category enemy, perform a crit and guard all attacks. I don't know. I feel like this guy is just not that impressive compared to everybody else. It's 200% attack and 140% defense. 100%. Yeah, like they didn't do much for this Goku, unfortunately. They could have done so much more for this Goku. Yeah, they didn't do much for him. That sucks. There's not many like Super Saiyan 3 GT Gokus that we can even use. I guess. Well, yeah, because even this one's like GT Golden Great Ape. Yeah, they didn't do much for this AGL one. That's unfortunate. Okay, we got the last two. Sin Shenron. This is the one I'm really interested in. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Cost supreme damage to the enemy. Okay. Mainly change key spheres of a certain type. Tech excluded to Rainbow. 2 key, 150% attack and defense. High chance to perform a crit. High chance of launching an additional super. Okay. For 1 turn from his character's entry turn, he gets 40% damage reduction. Okay, we're off to a good start. When attacking, he disables the enemy guard. 50% attack and defense per key sphere obtained up to 350%. So that's 7 orbs. So you can get 350% attack and defense if you get 7 orbs. 2 or more key spheres, he gets an additional 20% damage reduction, so he's at 60 now. Oh, this is only for 1 turn. Okay, so we won't even count that. So we'll say this, turn 1, you get 2 key spheres, he's at 60% damage reduction. 3 or more, he's got a chance to perform a crit up 20%. 4 or more, he gets an additional 20% damage reduction. So he would be at 80% here. Plus, if you time it right and you have like both Omega's like passives, he can be at 100% damage reduction turn 1. Otherwise, it looks like he's gonna be at 60% afterwards. 5 or more key spheres obtained, chance to perform a crit up 30%. Okay. 6 or more launches an additional super, and 7 or more attacked enemies attack and defense 20% debuff for 2 turns. See, this is good that they did this right here. What was it before? 70% attack and defense, high chance of launching an additional super. Yeah, so it's a good thing that they changed that, because literally running him on Omega's team, there's too much rainbow orb changing. This guy rainbow orb changes. The STR one, I think also the STR, this guy, okay, he doesn't rainbow orb change. That's actually good, but he doesn't. But Omega really rainbow orb changes. So like, there's too much rainbow orb changing. So it's gonna be hard to get 7 with them. So at least they did a good thing there, where the 7 orbs isn't required. 6 is like minimal. 7 is gonna be kind of tough. Okay, and then this guy. This is like the other main one that I'm interested in because of him being on Omega's team. So 12 key super, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy, lowers attack and defense. No defense on super. Okay. 18 key, greatly raise attack for 1 turn. Okay, again, no defense. Cause mega colossal damage to the enemy, greatly lower attack and defense with a high chance of stunning. Okay, I don't like the super attack effects. I mean, he gets attack now, but no defense. That's not good. Immediately, I'm thinking full dodge for this guy. 4 key, 177% attack and defense. GT bosses category allies. 3 key, 40% attack and defense. Per GT bosses category ally or extreme class ally on the team. 30% attack and defense, 7% damage reduction. So it's what? 7 times ally. So got 6 allies. Or sorry, yeah, you would have 6 allies, right? What, 42% damage reduction? When all allies are extreme class or GT bosses, attacks are effective against all types. All allies get 17% attack and defense. He's a 57% attack and defense support unit for GT bosses. Or extreme class. Well, no. 57% for GT bosses only. When attacking with 12 or more key, 77% attack and defense. When attacking with 18 or more keys, 77% attack and defense. When attacking with 24 key, chance of performing a crit of 77%. When the target enemy is in the following status, either attack or defense debuffed, he gets 7 key and 77% attack. Active skill, 7 key, all enemies are debuffed 30% attack and defense for 1 turn. Can be activated start from the 7th turn from the start of battle. I mean, this is a great support unit for Omega, obviously. But at the same time, this guy has no defense on his supers, man. I don't know. He might be okay. I mean, I'm going to go full dodge on this guy. There's no way you don't. You basically have to go full dodge. Putting additional on him is useless because other than lowering attack and defense, if they can even be debuffed, he doesn't get any defense. There's no point in any additionals. And he's got a 77% chance to crit with 24 key. So yeah, it's full dodge for this guy. You know, like going over all of these, he's going to be full dodge for sure. He'll probably be a good support unit. This guy, Texan, I'm probably going to go full dodge on him. This Goku's just useless. I guess it doesn't even matter what you do to him. Trunks is probably going to be just, I think every single one of these is just full dodge. Like legitimately, I think all 10 of these are like full dodge. These guys are going to be like additional and dodge only. This guy is probably just full dodge because he doesn't get any kind of super attack effect. Yeah, I'm putting full dodge on all these characters. It's whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But there we go. There's the data download that we just got on Global and JP. Definitely let me know what your guys' thoughts are on these 10 units. Are you guys happy with their EZAs / super EZAs, or do you guys wish they did something a little more to them? I mean, honestly, I think this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they should have done more. This is just, he's not going to be useful anywhere. I feel like maybe as like a 6th option if you don't have anybody else, like if you're a new player or something, but you're probably almost never running this guy ever. So yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you guys are new here, consider hitting that subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Brother Russia.